Hey guys, welcome to my video blog once again, where we share lots of free life leadership training programs with you here in small articles and small video blogs. Today we're going to talk about conflict management. We're going to talk about specifically 3 simple steps to manage conflicts like a leader. Now, why have I chosen this topic? Because in our day-to-day life, we're always managing conflicts, are we not? Managing conflicts in our personal life, managing conflicts in our professional life, and the quality of our life really depends on the quality of our conflict management skills. Because if you keep accumulating conflicts in your life and you don't resolve them, that has a lot of negative impact on your life. And it's natural to have conflicts, right? So if you keep resolving these conflicts in your life with good conflict management skills, you keep having a positive impact of that in your life, in personal and professional life. So that is why it's so important to talk and to learn conflict management. So here are 3 simple steps to manage conflicts like a leader. Step 1. Step 1 is simple, but it is profound from my point of view. And that is why I'm calling it step 1. It's the foundation to managing conflicts in life. Step 1 is believe that conflicts are great for growth. Yes, I'll repeat that. Conflicts are great for growth. Most people don't manage conflicts properly and effectively is because somewhere in our subconscious mind, we believe that conflicts are bad. Let me ask you the simple question. Do you think conflicts are good? Do you think you like conflicts? Whenever there's a conflict in life, do you naturally try to move towards the conflict or away from the conflict? Now, if you're being honest with yourself, most people, including you and me, from our natural upbringing, what we try to do is whenever we face a conflict, we don't try to move towards it, we try to move away from the conflict. And because we're moving away from the conflict, we can never resolve it. But why do we move away from conflicts? At a subconscious level, we believe that conflicts are bad. That's right. We believe conflicts are bad. And that is why we move away from it. But think about it. All the success that you've had in your life so far, all the experiences that you call have been giving you growth so far, all experiences of your life where you've had conflicts have made you better as a human being. It has made you better as a person. It has improved your communication. It has improved your ability to manage conflicts in your professional life. But it has improved you from what? From experiencing conflicts in the past, right? So conflicts have actually always helped us grow. And yet somewhere in our subconscious mind, we believe that conflicts are bad for growth. And this is the first reason why people are not able to manage conflicts. So if you really want to learn to manage conflicts properly in life, you have to create this belief in yourself that conflicts are great for growth. And how do you believe something? What is a belief? A belief is nothing but a simple thought which is repeated so many times in your life that it has become permanent in your life. A simple thought that becomes permanent is a belief, right? So do this with me right now. Keep your right hand on your heart, okay? And repeat this with me. Oh, come on, do it with me. Come on, let's do this together. Okay, right hand on your heart and repeat this with me. Conflicts are great for growth. 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 Last time, conflicts are great for growth. Now, if you've repeated this with me about 5 times, your mind is already feeling good about conflicts. It's not trying to avoid a conflict. It's trying to move towards a conflict because it believes that conflicts are great for growth, right? So from today onwards, keep repeating this in your mind. Conflicts are great for growth. When you do that, and when you believe that, your subconscious mind supports you. It supports you to be creative to resolve conflicts. Make sense? So that's the step 1. Once you believe conflicts are great for growth, then only we can go to step 2. What is step 2? Very simple. The root cause, the fundamental root cause of all conflicts in the world is mismatch of expectations. I'll repeat that. The fundamental root cause of all conflicts in the world is mismatch in expectations, right? So why do we have conflicts? We have conflicts because the other person expects something else from you. You expect something else from the other person, and there's a mismatch of expectations. Something as simple as your boss expects you to focus more on your professional life and stay late in the office, whereas you expect to have a balance in your life between your professional and personal life. So you want to finish work on time and you want to go home early, right? But your boss expects you to stay back late in the office. So what's happening here? You have different expectations, your boss has different expectations, and there's a mismatch. When there's a mismatch, there's a conflict. So that's the fundamental root cause of all conflicts in the world. It's mismatch of expectations. So if you want to resolve a conflict, the second step is to analyze what is the mismatch of expectations between you and the other person. I'll repeat. The step two is to analyze what is the mismatch of expectation between you and the other person. Only once you've analyzed the root cause can you really resolve it, right? So whenever you get into a conflict next time, step one, believe that conflicts are great for growth. Okay, don't run away from the conflict. Face it. Step two, ask yourself, quickly analyze, what do I expect? What does the other person expect? What's the mismatch of expectation happening here? When you analyze that root cause, only then you can resolve that conflict by going to the final step, the third step. What is the third step? Once you've analyzed the mismatch of expectation, the third step is think of a win-win solution, to manage conflicts like a leader. That's right. Think of a win-win solution. Now, what do I mean by a win-win solution? A win-win solution means that you and the other person is able to meet their expectations as much as possible. So, for an example, you go for a shopping in the market, and you're trying to buy a shirt which is worth 2,000 rupees. You want the shirt at 1,000 rupees, so you're negotiating a conflicting situation here about the cost of the shirt with the shopkeeper for 1,000 rupees. The shopkeeper is offering you 1,500. Now what's happening? There's a conflict. There's a mismatch of expectation. You want it for 1,000. The shopkeeper wants to give it to you maximum for 1,500, and the worth of the shirt is about 2,000 rupees as per the MRP rate. In this conflict, you can try to convince the shopkeeper in a win-lose manner, which is trying to get the shirt only at 1,000 so that the shopkeeper makes minimum or no profit on the shirt. This is a win-lose attitude. When we negotiate in a way that we want the best out of the negotiation, when we want the best out of the conflict, and we don't want the other people or the other person to meet their expectations, but we do want to meet our expectations. That's a win-lose game. Now, what happens when both people are trying to play a win-lose game? If I'm trying to make you lose, if you're trying to make me lose, what's going to happen? Either both of us will lose, or eventually the stronger one will make the other person lose. But does that resolve the conflict completely? Not really. Because if you try to make me lose right now, and by being the stronger one, let's say you're my boss, and you make me lose dominantly because you're using your power and your position to make me lose. Later, I come back with a vengeance because I know that in the past you made me lose. So I'm going to try to make you lose somewhere else. So is the conflict really resolved? No, it's not. The conflict is still there. It's just hidden. It's just, it's suppressed below a carpet. And sometime later, I'm just going to come back with that conflict and I'm going to try to make you lose. And again, what will happen? You will lose more and I will lose more. And eventually it's a lose-lose game. So win-lose is the worst way to managing a conflict in life. What's the best way to manage a conflict? A win-win situation, which means having this attitude, having this mindset of wanting the other person to win as much as you want yourself to win. I'll repeat that. Wanting the other person to win as much as you want yourself to win. It takes a lot to think like that. It takes a lot of maturity. It takes a lot of abundant mentality to think like that. Small mentality, lack mentality is about win-lose. That if the other person makes 500 more than what I want, then I'm going to completely lose. And that's very small mentality. Abundant mentality would be to buy the shirt at 1,500, being happy for the other person to win 500 and make some profit, while you also be happy for yourself by getting a discount of 500 rupees and also being happy with your expectations. So instead of trying to buy the shirt constantly at 1,000, what you're trying to do is let the other person also be happy while you're trying to make yourself happy. This is a win-win game. At home, when you have a conflict between you and your spouse, and the conflict may be as simple as you want to go for a movie, she wants to go for dinner. See if you can come up with a win-win situation that can we go for a movie today and then we'll go for a dinner tomorrow, or we go for a dinner today and a movie tomorrow. But always trying to make sure that are you able to meet the expectations of the other person while you're wanting to meet your own expectations is called the win-win game. Please remember that relationships is an expectation game to quite an extent. I want something from you, you want something from me. The more we learn to meet each other's expectations, the more we have a good relationship, right? And whenever there is a conflict, it's only because there is a mismatch of expectations. And the best way to resolve these conflicts is to try to come up with a win-win solution in life. Okay? Let's do a recap here. Try and imagine whenever in life you were able to resolve a conflict in your past, it was because you faced the conflict, you did not run away from it. It was because you analyzed the mismatch of expectations and you thought of a win-win solution. That is why you must have resolved that conflict in past, right? Why? Because these three steps are the fundamentals. They're like the foundation of managing conflicts like a leader. Okay? So try this from today. Consciously make a list of conflicts that you have with people in your personal and your professional life. And then follow these three steps diligently, sincerely. I promise you, you'll be able to manage conflicts faster than you were in the past. Okay? So I'm just going to do a quick recap for you and we're going to end this video blog here. Step 1, believe that conflicts are great for growth. Step 2, analyze the mismatch of expectations. And step 3, try to think of a win-win solution where you also meet your expectations, the other person also meets their expectations, and the mindset of wanting the other person to win as much as you want to win. That's a win-win solution. Okay? So keep managing conflicts like a leader. I'll probably see you in another video some other time. If you liked this video and if you got some value out of it, please feel free to subscribe below in the subscribe button in the video comment, or comment whatever you feel about this video in the comment section, and also do share it with your friends and family. If you would like to hear some specific topics for me to talk about next time, please feel free to leave your questions and your requests in the comment section below. Okay? So take care. Thank you so much. And I'll see you some other time in another video. Bye-bye.